All right, good morning. By the time of this recording, it is Hump Day Wednesday. There's a variety of stuff going on right now. I just want to bring it right back to Texas. We got an Attorney General, Ken Paxton. It's going to be facing trial soon for some stuff that he's done, conflict of interest and everything, taking advantage of his authority and abusing its privileges. And this is supposed to be an impeachment offense. He might not be going to jail because, again, it's all about using his power for his own benefit, so to say, and not victimizing anybody. At least so far, that's what it looks like. It doesn't look like he's actually doing any any serious harm, with the exception of voting for those razor-wired barrels that have been dumped into the Rio Grande, backing up my Texas governor with that, with that crap that's endangering a lot of, asylum seekers. Now, as far as Ken Paxton goes, the stuff that they got him busted for, in my opinion, I say go for it. Go for it, to where the point to where he's impeached and we got to find a new guy and all this good stuff, or gal. I'm not gender biased. But most definitely somebody that's not going to be a puppet to Abbott anymore. Somebody that actually, stand with the people of Texas, as opposed to standing alongside Abbott and his bullshit, bull crap. This is something that would be pretty cool. So, why not go for it? And then while you're at it, why not press actual criminal charges on Greg Abbott? This whole business where, it's improper and all this other stuff. That's a good point. The government's got a good point. But to just impeach somebody like him who uses his authority to actually harm people, to actually harm American economics, and I'm referring to those using the state troopers to do border inspections, and the border inspections was checking tire air pressures, checking the pressure on their tires. It wasn't a legitimate, inspection for criminals and looking for criminals and looking for any kind of trafficked people or trafficked anything for that matter. That kind of stuff harmed people, and it killed 53 migrants. Technically, it cooked 53 migrants in a trailer. I've stated all of this before, and I'm going to state it again. I have to come back to this, especially seeing as how we're already going after one political figure that's in Texas, the Texas administration right now. Why stop there? Why not go for actual criminals? And I could drag other people like Trump and all them. Trump, they threw 92 indictments on him and all this good stuff, but they're really only getting him for like the personal stuff anyway. They're really only getting him for bribing the porn star and I forgot when, and keeping files, refusing to turn them in, That's really the only legitimate thing they can do. Everything else involves conspiracy and all this good stuff. And it's good that they're tackling them. The courts are getting it out of the way, So if you're going to go as far as a former president, or a current president's son, if you're going to go that far, take it all the way down to like here, the situation that we've got here in Texas, We've got the authority of a governor to inflict some kind of damages to people, even if they're Texans. it's mostly fixated on migrants, but us Texas citizens are still getting some lashings of that, are getting mistreatments and all this good stuff in the name of border security and everything. I've brought this up in light of Greg Abbott and his corruption. You know, in that segment, I brought that up. And, you know, I'm bringing it again. But in that segment, if you scroll down to it, you'll hear full details of how my Lone Star State governor is just, you know, doing more harm than good. Not just for Texas, but for the United States as well. And in relations with other countries. Okay? That's huge. That's huge. And almost any one of these crimes that my governor has committed, you know, I mean, all of them should be tackled. But he should go down for at least one of those crimes. And again, it's nowhere near as light as what Ken Paxton is doing, which I think is the reason why everybody's going after Ken Paxton like the way they're going after Trump. They're just easier targets. You know, they've got accounts, you know, with money going to girlfriends and boyfriends or something like that. You know, they've got accounts set up with money that was supposed to be used for something else, you know. And in some cases, like the former president, he's blatantly, openly said it. Yes, I did it, but it's my money. I can do what I want and all this other crap. And it won't be a surprise if Ken Paxton winds up doing this as well. Hey, I was issued the authority to do this, so you know, that's my right and my privilege, and ergo it's my right as an American citizen and stuff. I won't be surprised if he actually tries to bring something like that up the way Trump did. Now, Trump is going to be punished for his shit. It's taking a little bit long, but nevertheless, he's going to get punished for his stuff that he's done. And again, the only real reason why Trump and Paxton are targeted is because of how easy of a target they are. You know, it's very difficult to prove Greg Abbott wants razor wire barrels because he wants to see pictures or the results of migrants being cut up. You know, you'd have to have a tape recording of it or a video recording, and it has to be processed legally and not just somebody that listened in, you know, that's just sneakily or for kicks or for whatever, you know, and all this good stuff. Otherwise, hey, I have the right to privacy gets thrown in and the tape recordings get thrown out. It's very tricky. We all know how tricky it is with the law. Yeah. But proving that Abbott is seriously, intentionally, you know, out there to throw harm to the people, whether it be illegals or citizens. Again, go through the segment in light of the corruption of Greg Abbott. Okay, political corruption of Greg Abbott. That segment, I go through it thoroughly. Scroll back. I can't remember. It was before the election. It was before the elections. It was last year or 2 years ago, before the previous election, where I tried telling everybody, look, we've got a corrupt governor here. Don't vote for him. Why? Well, because in light of this information, you know, you'll have full reasons not to vote for him. Now, technically, the gerrymandering crap that took place made it complicated, despite the fact that almost everybody voted against Greg Abbott. The gerrymandering, redistricting and voting zones and all this good stuff wound up playing a huge factor in his favor. But back to the original subject with Ken Paxton, go for it. You know, whoever's pressing charges on him, whoever's taking him to court, whoever's making him face impeachment, you know, Whoever's responsible for that, keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't stop, dude. Don't stop. See it through to the end, so we, the people, can actually see some form of actual justice being done. Okay? All right. That's all I really have. I hope everybody out there is taking care of yourselves. It's Hump Day Wednesday. Let's try to finish out this work week and have a good one. Okay? This is Chris with Chris's Comments, signing out.